Think we're back. That is a problem. I had everything on do not disturb. Let's see. Is it gonna go back? Let me see. Everything went dead. Sorry, everybody. What is that? Hey, everybody. Rhett will help me. Now, what happens is if you interrupt my signal, I can't get you off of the stream because it's trying to call into the stream. There's no way to block you from my stream. All I can do is put do not disturb. Jerry, I'm going to kill you. Jerry did that. Let me go into the settings up here real quick. That's all right. We have the power to fix it, but let me fix this as well. Since I am here, display, battery, general settings, safety and emergency, display. I don't know why that went so low. There we go. There we go. I'm back. Yeah, when you call me, no, yeah, I know. When you call while I'm on, it won't go through. You disrupt the signal. Because it's trying to call into the live stream. It's all right, bro. It's all good. But yeah, so there was where was I? I don't remember. Even kicked me off my own thing. Let's see. Oh, there I am. 10 watching. We're back to 10. You just got to go back on and find me when that happens, I guess. You know what I mean? Oh no, that's the old one. 10 watching. Let's see. There I am. 19, no, 10, 19, 10. I can't read. Anyway, so that's what happened with everything earlier. Hey, Jupe. Testing, testing. Cheryl. Yeah, so if you, the problem is when I'm running the live stream through my streaming service, even though I have this do not disturb and you try to call my phone while I'm on here, it's supposed to block it, but it didn't. And it got through. So it was trying to connect to the live stream. Yeah, the Poke Jam was cool, bro. So yeah, I think Red Shoal's behind that whole thing. Hey, Cheryl. Yeah, I think Rhett is definitely behind all that. And I don't. Let me see if I could get who that was. Let me show you some more stuff on there, because a lot of people didn't see it earlier. Let's see. Where am I? Info. And this one was sideways. I don't know why. Can we spin that? Rhett Scholl's connection to PRS primarily stems from YouTube reviews and his podcast Dipped in Tone. So he's using Dipped in Tone with his connection to. He screwed me up. So Rhett Scholl's using Dipped in Tone for his connection to PRS as well. But yeah, so there's a whole thing going on. I had a friend that works for PRS. He contacted me and he said, you need to look into Paul because he has this Messiah God complex. And I'm like, what? So I started watching videos on Paul. And he is a little odd. But then I found out he's siding with Thoman and investing money with Thoman to go against Fender's judgment. I have a feeling that they might even try to buy the judge over in Germany. You didn't see the live was going? Yeah, so there's a lot of things going on. I think the Rhett Scholl thing, I think that's all fake. His dad's third in line at AT&T. He can call any cybersecurity specialist in the company and find that IP address and track it down. They don't need a third party like a man and a woman. They're two young guys, a guy and a girl, probably around 30 years of age, in another country with accents, who found the AI channel coincidentally, and Rhett responded back and mentioned them in the video. That's a little crazy to me. That's how I know it's set up. That's that's kind of like these. If you go on YouTube and you watch these crazy videos where I, I was camping and alone and I go into these haunted places. If you don't think they have somebody that's a plant making noises in the background, did you hear that, John? Did you hear that? Wait, what's that? What's that? If you don't think that somebody's helping set up a script, you're crazy. There is no place on this earth that I would be afraid of going. I don't care what cavern or cave, as long as I can get in and out, it's not where I'm squeezing through a tunnel and getting stuck somewhere. There's no place on this earth of any human or any spirit that I'm afraid of. That's bullshit. It's Yeah, I think they're trying to take Fender out because PRS has mentioned that they are going to push on Guitar Center, and that would align with Philip McKnight as well. And who would do that build of a guitar for Gabe? PRS? Interesting. Possibility. PRS does some kind of build for them, so it's some kind of quality build for, say, $500. It's interesting. I smell evil intentions in this. I really do. I think there's more behind the story. Like I said, there's always three sides to every story, and I'm after that third side because that's where the truth lies. I think Rhett's a phony. I think he planted that AI version just so he can do some kind of video content on AI because everybody's been talking about it. He's the only one that can take his channel, input it into an AI, and then spit it back out at him and then put it on another channel. I really believe this. And I think if they are deceiving the public like this, they should go to prison. Because I think that is so not of a business practice. Even on YouTube, if you're manipulating audiences and creating other channels and using AI to create content and then complain about it. And here's the funny part. They copied me and if you watch the video, he says it exactly like this. They copied me and stole all my hard work. But then you bash Fender for wanting to stand up for all their hard work and being copied. How are you not a hypocrite? It could be. And PRS has aligned himself with a Democrat governor out of Maryland. And guess what? They gave him PRS Day in Maryland. Why not Gibson Day? Why not Fender Day? Why not Harley Benton Day? PRS Day. So here you have a corporation basically lobbying a Democrat governor. That just doesn't make fucking sense to me. It doesn't. Never saw the Ash brothers lobbying government officials with free guitars for a Sam Ash Day. That would line up with Gabe and his guitar build and Philip McKnight and PRS, and I just think it's too coincidental at this point. His new album, The Ultimate Hypocrite. Yeah, that's what really bothers me about the whole thing. And then Samurai Guitarist comes on and does a video about it. My good friend Rhett Show called me. Oh, really? That's funny. You left out the most important part of the video on how he bashed Fender because they were sending cease and desist letters over hard work being copied and thrown out there into the public. just like Rhett Shull, but then he cried about it. Unbelievable. So not only does he expose himself and he creates maybe a fake channel, because who would have thought to create a fake Rhett Shull channel? Really? Think about it. Yeah, I think it's going to backfire on them. I think it is. I think maybe I call the Federal Trade Commission again because they're the only ones that can actually make laws and change policy with YouTube. So maybe they do a real investigation into Samurai Guitar Player and everybody that's playing along with this, and they go to jail. Propaganda is one thing, and shilling's one thing, but then when you're playing games with AI like that, that's a date. See, AI is not meant to be played with like that. That's the problem. You can create fake bands and fake music. That doesn't hurt anybody. But when you're out there trying to influence people with fake AI, that's a whole different ball game. Yeah, and I'm gonna this week I'm gonna call Robert. I have to hit the. My wife's feeling a lot better, so I'm gonna hit the books hard with the War Pigs thing and see if we can rehearse next week and do the live. I also Steve may be coming up this Sunday from Belltone Guitar, so you'll get to hear the Giacomo story and how he got ripped off and played. And then also I'm going to do a test run with my Restream studios and see if I can get Robert Sarzo on here, and then maybe we'll do a live stream like on a Tuesday night with him. And then maybe he can tell you guys about his how he was supposed to be the guitar player for Ozzy. It's a great story. What's up, Tortured? I'm proud of you. You're doing good. Keep practicing, brother. Yeah, there should be restriction on AI commands. Somebody accused me of AI. But when I do my videos in the live streams, I have to check off that there's no AI used in here. Because if you get caught, it's a violation and you get a strike. Now, all this music here, right here, they said, nice AI. That's all my stuff. It's not AI. You guys have heard me play those riffs before I even recorded it. Which is funny. And also somebody, I forget his name. I don't know if he comes on here. But there's also somebody figured out the XYZ connection. So you guys, if you want to know that, you got to dig more. That's up to you guys. But that's how I know Terry from XYZ too. But it's interesting, and there's some other stuff that somebody was asking me about. Beyond you really a secret writer for Beyonce. Do you know how many secret ghostwriters there are in the music industry? I showed a clip of it in the video that I just put out. 70 to 80% of the writers sign NDAs. 70 to 80% of the music is written by ghostwriters. Yeah, I was AI before AI. Oh man. Oh, you sent me. I'll check my emails. I don't check my email every day. So if you send me messages, it might take a couple days. I ended up picking the car up, the one that I hit the curb with, avoiding the 4x4s that came out of the truck. So someone was turning, and I didn't want to go. Like, I saw them as I was going to turn into this other, median that had an opening. The car was coming in. There was a little girl in the front seat. So I chose to take the curb. It was about $1,500 to $2,000, somewhere in between there for the damages. I just paid for it. Took a couple days to fix. No one was hurt. That's all I cared about. Yeah, the idea of your guitar to design to make a cheap solid body, yeah. The Dan Electro story is really interesting. JITTBOY. Kind of like the channel, but without the one. Just jitboy at yahoo.com. I should post it in the description. Yeah, so there's a lot of fishy stuff going on. And everything looks too coincidental. It's all doing stuff at the same time. The PRS, the LSL lawsuits thing, and the cease and desist letters, and all the pushback on Fender. It's like they were starting to push back on Fender before Fender even sent out the letters, because everyone's been talking about the quality of Fender and this and that, which is not true. The quality of the boutique builders are worse than a company with 30% of the overall business. But yet, maybe, who knows, maybe Fender just got to the point where they didn't want to sponsor Rhett Scholl and didn't want to sponsor some of these other guys, so they got a hard-on for him, and now they're doing what they're doing. And they're making backroom deals. Because there's always a backroom deal. That's guaranteed. Oh, you created email just for the YouTube thing? Yeah. I just use my email all the time. And my buddy Seth has a purple satchel. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. He wants $1,400 for it. It's the purple bangle. I don't know if I want to spend $1,400 on a Charvel. Whoever this is stealing my work, and YouTube isn't doing anything about it. Yeah, I wonder why. Because you never reported it. And listen, YouTube has algorithms to figure out if that's AI, and they would put a thing on there or take it down. He's full of shit. Because he did the video and he clicked that it was AI. That's the thing. Because here's the thing. A lot of people don't know how YouTube works. Especially when you get into copyright claims and copyright strikes and this and how you got to beat them and how it works and lawyers that do this and it's like Top Music Attorney. She's doing way too many videos to be a legitimate lawyer. No, it's her company and she's shilling her own company. I got no problem for that. But don't come on here and say AI is bad and this is bad. She should be doing something for Oh wait, is this the old one? No. No, that's the one. Some of my live chat on my other one went out. Whoever's stealing my work. Like, anyone wants to steal fucking Rhett Scholl's work. You gotta be desperate. What happened to this? Let me see if I go back into this one over here. Live chat. Oh, there it goes. It was stuck on the original. It said, "Hey, Chris." It's one thing to steal content and stuff like that, but, and here's the other thing that he's not going to tell you. You have boxes that'll say remix, mix. You can check the third one down that says you don't want anybody to use clips of your video. You can actually click that, and if they find any algorithm in similarity, Piano tried to strike the AI Rhett channel for stealing his video ideas, but Rhett called Beato and told him it was him. Yeah, no, it's not beyond legal. You can call the Federal Trade Commission, and they can send a letter to YouTube to create policy and start an investigation. So don't think that. Trust me, look up YouTubers that went to prison. There's more than you think. Yeah, as far as the NDAs, I don't care what people think of me or me in general. I could care less if people know me. I'm 60. I don't want to be famous at this point in my life. You know what I mean? I want to go out and play with Dave and Patrick and do the War Pigs, have fun, record a couple more songs. And here's what a lot of people don't understand. Nikki Sixx writes for pop and country people. Janie Lane was writing songs for pop and country people. Because when you're in a lull and you're in between albums and your album's already done, so now you start writing songs for income. You know, a lot of people don't understand. There's a lot of income to be had if you're already with the labels and you know certain people that you can write for. You went to jail for a weekend. Did that count? I did too. It was a little longer for than a weekend. It was about, I don't know, when I got in trouble. How long was that? Maybe a week. I don't even think it was that long. Might have been 4 days. Rhett the Rockstar. Yeah. I went to jail a couple times actually. One was disobeying a police command. I came out of a strip bar down here when I was on tour with my buddy Mark. He was driving, and a cop followed us in traffic for about 5 miles. Then he pulled us over. Now you got to remember, I had blonde hair. With us two, with the big hair back in like the 80s, 90s, we probably looked like two chicks in the car. He was a young Officer Riviera of Miami Beach Police Department. He lost. He got sued. The police department got sued. That was my first case that I won. White collar prison for copyrights. No, it's not the copyright thing. It's what would probably happen was endangering the public through misuse of information in actual content that isn't real. So you know, like when you do an AI video, like when you go watch a major motion picture, there's a disclaimer that pops up. You know that it's because they're, by law, when you're doing stuff, it's fictional, fantasy, a reality. Even when you write books, you have to. It's classified, and then it gets published and approved. I'm not ashamed of my past, bro. I'm good. How are you, Amir? Yeah, because even when you see documentaries, when they show some of the police stuff on YouTube, it'll say these events have been caught, or these events have been recreated, or these events. They have to put a disclaimer up there. It's kind of like most people that do fitness videos that work out in the gym and they're giving you ideas in the gym, you should post a disclaimer to contact your local physician and see if this is okay for you, because they don't know who you are. And if you have a heart attack in the gym and the family find all these videos you've been watching, they can go after that person for misinformation because they were telling people who had medical issues to go into a gym and do this and do that, that it would benefit them. There's a lot of things like that that you cannot do. It's legal law. That's why I have more than one lawyer. I have 3 lawyers. I have 3 accountants. I have a lot of people that watch a lot of people, because it is a cutthroat business and people will step on other people to climb that ladder, especially at a place like Atlantic Records. And they'll throw anybody under the fucking bus that they can if they can get away with it. And believe me, there's a lot of crazy people that come up with a lot of different scenarios in stepping that ladder. I've seen it. Look at the P. Diddy shit. And if you think he's the worst one out there, I can tell you there's a lot worse out there than P. Diddy. One of them that is always questioned is Jay-Z. Now, I told that person that before, yeah, I've written for them, and they try to rip me off every time I write for them. Because that's how the first people that tried to rip me off were Jay-Z and Beyonce. So what happens is when I was sending lyrics in, This is how I got into the NDAs. When I was sending lyrics in to get published, they were writing and changing melody lines. My 50% cut got changed down to 15%. They're not nice people. Yeah, yeah, they squeeze it too tight. Yeah, believe me, a lot of these cops, especially in. So here's the difference between a local city police department. Local city police departments, you have to actually qualify to get on there. So you have to do an agility test and you have to go through a rigorous course. When you're a sheriff, they appoint you. So if your sheriff's office is involved and you see like a cop that weighs 300 pounds, he's probably more than likely a sheriff. And I've seen a lot of police, like I've watched three guys not be able to take one guy down. And I scream at the TV because they went to basic training. They know self defense. You know you control the body by controlling the head. You know what a leg sweep is. You knew what a one leg takedown is. You heel hook the heel, shoulder into the upper thigh, and pull them down. You cannot stop that. Yeah, they train wrong. Absolutely. Now, when I was young, I got to train, like I said, with sharpshooters from the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. So I was lucky enough. My dad was a black ops. He was ex-Marine. My uncle's an ex-Marine. I get to train with some of those. I trained with my uncle, John, who's passed away. He was an Aikido master. I've trained with all them. They would tell me all the time. And when I see like cops, like I've seen cops following too close behind another cop, and the guy turns off and then loops back around the other cop in the car. So if he gave him space, they could have boxed him in. I see it all the time. My dad wanted me to go train. Gene, my buddy Gene on here, he trains a lot of FBI and Secret Service. He trains the higher ups though. Jay-Z, how he's famous? Can I tell that story? Let me think about that. Hold on. Let me see if anything's been published before I get in trouble. Because I can tell the story and it's not what you think. Let me just make sure. Let me just. I don't want to get in trouble. So P. Diddy was actually Puff Daddy Combs. He was an A&R person, and he submitted his own tapes back to his own label. That's how P. Diddy did it. He lied to his own label. What? No. Jazz. Oh, it's changing the words. I didn't even see that. Auto correct my ass. It was popping up New Orleans. There's a certain way I gotta type this in so you can't see either. I have to see if if anyone's actually said it. Hmm. They get half the story. Fuck it, I'll take a chance. So Jay Z worked with another rap artist named J.O. He was an old school guy. He got him, but they were also connected into robbing, stealing drug money and everything, and pimping girls. So he raised his own funds to promote his own first record. And then they pushed it, and he was hanging out in the streets, and he contacted a famous DJ producer guy. And then that guy actually liked it and kind of pushed him in the way. But it was built on drugs and pimping. So there you go. Yeah, Jay-Z has a lot of money, but not as much as you think because he was tied to Live Nation. So Live Nation had he made most of his with money with Rockaware. It wasn't he didn't make a lot of money in music. He made most of it with merchandise. And then they were saying that he was worth like, $1 billion, but he wasn't really worth $1 billion. So, but he's got mad money. Oh, he admitted to the drug charges in Miami. Yeah, so they were pimping girls and they were doing a lot of bad shit, and he was a part of that. And because he was with other members, I guess you could say, that helped him along the way, they all kind of got together and helped each other with that. So some of that is out there, like Scott said. So there you go. It just verifies it up what I was talking about with the drugs. Yeah, man. What's up, Sasquatch? That video was great. So I did a video today and I called him out. I think he's fake. I think Rhett Scholl did that to himself because you get so I don't know if you know Rhett Scholl's dad is named his Glenn Scholl. He's third in line at AT&T, which owns Comcast. They're worth like 700 billion dollars, maybe even 2 or 3 trillion. I don't know what that company's worth, but he's third in line at one of the biggest companies in the United States, and they control data. They're a telecommunications company. His dad has access to cybersecurity. So all Rhett had to do is contact his dad, and they would have found out where that came from. Now, I know you make videos, Sasquatch, and in your videos, there's a thing that you can click as you go into more, as you're clicking things. One of them is streaming clips. Like, can people remix? You can click no, and that'll block all your content from somebody putting into the AI. So the the only way that that was created was really by Rhett Scholl himself. And I think that's because him and Beato and all them were talking about AI music and came up with the idea. Because that girl and guy that was the one that bit on it, that Rhett commented back, they're like a nobody, and they're not the smartest. They're not the sharpest tools in the shed. I think this is a whole setup. And I think a lot of that stems, I don't know if it's a test run or what it is, but I know that PRS, Paul Reed Smith, is connected to the Maryland governor and has given him favoritism through product to have a PRS day. He's a Democrat. And that push, and PRS is going with Thoman and paying money, but they're paying other people like probably the tone nerds, and they're pushing against that Fender get out of Guitar Center or push on them. PRS is trying to put a lot of product in all the Guitar Centers, and that would align with Tim Pierce and LSL and all these other companies. I think that's what's happening. I think there's two things going on here. But Rhett Scholl is a part of PRS, dipped in tone. He does do a lot of stuff for PRS as well. And it's too coincidental that all this stuff is happening at once. And I don't know if maybe Rhett's thing that he did was to take the heat off of a lot of us that are actually finding out the real truth behind Thoman and Harley Benton and LSL with the bullshit and the letters aren't what they are. I think there's a big pushback now, and I think we are making a dent in the industry as far as people are starting to watch and going, well, wait a second. This guy's got a lot of great kind of whatever you want to call them, conspiracies or facts he's pointing out. And, the idea that Rhett Shull's dad is third in line at the biggest communications place that can get any cybersecurity guy to find that IP address in 10 seconds. I think it's all bullshit. Yeah. But I did love your video, bro. Because what happened is, and here's the thing, Sasquatch, by watching your video, gave me the idea into looking into a different avenue. So you helped give me the idea to go down a different road that I normally don't think on. Yeah, and then how did these two from another country that are like 30 years old find this AI channel, which nobody knew about, including anyone that knew Rhett Shull being as big as he is? Some goofy couple found this fucking channel and contacted Rhett Shull. And then Rhett Shull contacted them back, and now Rhett Shull contacted the Samurai guitar player, and he's contacted this, and I said, Samurai, you left out the most important part. You left out that Rhett was bashing Fender about hard work and copying what you did. And here's him that was bashing Fender for standing up for the same thing he's trying to stand up. It's unbelievable, bro. It's unbelievable. I think we're affecting it. I do. And I think that there's too much going into it now. Yeah. And I do like the new Rhett better. He's better to look at. He's not annoying. Yeah, everything sounds too fishy. It's all happening at once. Rick Beato is always on that fucking AI kick, and he testified before Congress about AI, and now here's Rhett Shull with the AI. You know what I mean? It's too fishy. It's coming around the whole idea of maybe they're going to use the AI to say that the tone nerd's got an AI generated letter, and somebody fooled them, and maybe that's how they're going to use. Oh, I didn't say that. I got it from this channel. That's their alibi to get out of it, because no one posts disclaimers. No one's posting anything. Like the tone nerds. I had the letter. It's 20-something pages. You know what I mean? You can get the unredacted letter. I got an unredacted letter of it. You can't tell me that it's not going to surface somewhere. Fender's going to leak it. Just like the PRS thing. Somebody that I have a friend with that works for PRS, that got me involved with PRS and Fender like a month ago, called me and said, bro, you need to look into Paul. Why? He has a Messiah God complex. And here's the problem. I'm not saying this is what he's doing. And then he sent me down the other avenues. And then I start putting all of it together. Why? Even in the video I did earlier, Rick Beato's got a black undershirt, sometimes a white undershirt. Rhett Shull does it. Philip McKnight does it. Tim Pierce does it. Brett Papa does it. They're all wearing these black Hanes shirts underneath other shirts, white and black. White and black undershirts signify psychological points. I don't know if you guys know that. Like black and white, everything's black and white, and this stands for, like, if you have an issue with you mentally, like ADA, black and white undershirts actually help with the psychological issues. It shows you're a cleanliness freak and this kind of, I don't know if you guys understand all this, but the way you dress, actually, you like the way you dress because it's signaling something. Well, see, Thoman can't pay the licensing fee because their guitars won't pass. Yeah. Oh, well, no, they offer. So Fender has offered a phase out period to everybody except for the exact copy that said Fender on the headstock. They offered LSL. You can phase out the Satakoy and not destroy it, but phase out all the parts that you have. If you have enough to make 5,000 of them, it's a phase out period. And then you reinvent the Satakoy too, and you redo it. Or pay the license. Yeah, no one gives a shit about his amp backdrop. That's for 100% sure. Yeah, it's Masonic. Yeah, there you go. You know, you can look it all up. It's all in there. And if you look at Tim Pierce, Rhett Scholl, McKnight, Rick Beato, I don't know who else there is. They all dress the same way. It's either a plaid shirt over a black and white shirt or the jean jacket over a black and white shirt. They all do it. Yeah, it's like uniforms. That's what it reminds me of as a Masonic dress code. That's what it reminds me of. I know that's far fetched, but you guys can look it up. Google it. What does black and white t-shirts under clothing signify? You can. I'm not lying. You can. I'll do it right now. Watch. I love doing this because we can do it live together. We'll do clothing first. Whoops. You guys are gonna laugh. It's all right there, brothers. It's psychological. It's fucked up to the point. Now, I wear a lot of black, but why do I like black? Because I'm fucking metal. Plus, it makes me look skinnier. See, control, clarity, authority. Well, black band shirts. Well, that's the thing. Why are all the concert shirts made in black? It's a sign of authority. World tour. That's now you understand the cycle. There's no red concert shirts, yellow concert shirts, black and white, because it signifies psychological aspects. Just like if my walls were painted blue or dark purple, that would have it would trigger endorphins while you're watching me, like blue lights in the background. You know, think about it. When you see flashing lights on a police car, or why aren't they yellow? They're red and blue, just like a fire engine, red. Mule guitars? I don't know what they are. Let's radicalize them. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into a lot of aspects of. I think social media is a psychological game. It's it's kind of like. Do you remember the old school videos where they would show the guy in front of a mansion with Ferraris and a jet? I flip properties. Buy my course. I've made millions. But what you didn't know at that time is he was renting all that, and it was a pitched ad, like a fucking master guitar course. It's all lies. You know, I'll tell you what I watched today. Do you guys ever watch Matt Walsh? He had an interesting video today on the Trail of Tears with the Indians, and that never really existed. He goes through it all, and he has old articles from the 1800s and everything. It's unbelievable the amount of lying in the Indians. And I didn't know the Indians actually got $5 million back then, which is about 200 million today. It's unbelievable the amount of lies told. So if we were lying back then, and media has been lying, and schools have been lying, what kind of psychological games are they playing? They changed the music frequency. They're changing color frequencies. Music has color. I wonder what 440. Let's see what 440 color is. I'm just curious. 440 hertz. Let's see what color that represents. Anyone know? 440 frequency color. Let's see what 440 gives us. Red. Oh my god! I fucking said it before it came up. Red. Red is a disruptor. That's what the fire engines run at. 440. Red. I fucking knew it. Jesus. An audio pitch is orange. It's the terahertz light waves is red. It's a disruptor. Unbelievable. What else does it say? Interesting. Cosmic octave. Sound waves cannot be seen because they are acoustic vibration, not light waves. However, in synthesia and cosmic octave color theory, which mathematical treats audio frequencies into visible light spectrum, continuously doubling the octaves. Interesting. So I wonder what 440 has been doubled from. So let's think about that. Let's see what's 220 hertz color. 220 frequency color. If it doubles it, what is it at a lower frequency? Let's mathematically do it. Still orange. But in the light waves it becomes invisible. Ultraviolet. That's interesting. So let's double it down again to 110. Let's see, this is fucking interesting. I'm going to say it stays orange again. In the sound. Fuck. There it is, audio pitch. Orange. I knew it. What's on? So let's take it a step farther. Is it disruptor? Holy shit! I just learned something. One ten, 220, or 440. Let's see. It says sound healing, but not disruptive. Orange noise. Yep. Right there. Audio engineering. Orange noise. Disruptive. Orange noise. Disruptive. See that? Sour note spectrum. Unlike white or pink noise, which sound like smooth rainfall or television, technical orange noise is generated by stripping away specific bands of the sound spectrum. Clashing frequencies. This leads behind a series of untuned sour musical notes. Holy shit. There you go. Frequencies busted. Oh my god. Everything's vibrating, yeah. Sound does have color. Everything has a frequency, Cool Breeze. Everything. You have a frequency, trees have frequency, everything vibrates at a frequency. The earth spins at like 12,000, 14,000 miles per hour, which sets out a frequency. There's a hum. When the earth spins, anything in motion or moving or living has a frequency. Everything. But yeah, 432 used to be the more positive frequency. The government changed that in the 50s or 60s. Unbelievable. And if you start looking at 432 color disruptive sound, I guarantee 432 is more like on a blue spectrum or something like that. JIT color frequency. Dude, you know, if you And if you look at this right here, right, the blue guitar, out of those guitars, this one, which is a cool color, which one is the most relaxing? It's this color. I'm not saying cool, which one looks the coolest. I'm saying look at the colors. This is relaxing right here. It's blue. And I've had a lot of people say to me, "Hey, you want to sell that?" I've got students that want this guitar. Out of all the guitars, they're like, will you sell me that blue guitar? The light blue." No. Oh, 432 Yellow Solar. Wow. Tommy Lee? Did he? I don't know. Even drums. To get a drum to ring, let's talk about the frequencies. Why are drums round like the earth? And why do tunnels echo? They're roundish. When you're in a tunnel, it transfers the energy, the sound. Just like a drum. You hit it and the certain woods create different frequencies, but there's a pitch to the tuning of the drums. You don't have any blue guitars yet? Yeah, it's crazy. Schumann response. The resonance. Yeah. Schumann. Absolutely. The Squire looks relaxing. Yeah, that one looks relaxing. But the blue has like a... See, blue triggers endorphins in your eyes. Your eyes see the blue, and it actually blue creates melatonin by looking at it. Did you know that? If no one believes me, you can look that up. When you look at blue spectrum color, it releases melatonin in your endorphins and triggers you to be mellow. Interesting, right? See this, I'm glad we had this conversation and now you look at certain things like that. Because it is Stephen Burns. Yeah, it's really interesting. And I mean, this goes way beyond human thought. Humans are fucking smart in the fact that they actually can figure out some of this stuff. Like I'm just figuring out some more of this with you guys. So, a lot of you guys know. He said he used to be 432. 432 isn't quite a half step down. It's in between. That's the frequency that Eddie Van Halen and Dimebag use. 432. It was like a quarter shy, not quite a half step down, but like a quarter tune down from 440, which is 432. Yeah, it's got blue in it. It's called a blue burst, blue moon burst or something. I forget what that color is. Now this is just like baby blue. But that has a nice color to it, like morphing. Yeah, yeah, blue. Well, that's the thing. And if you think about it, what are our skies? They're blue. But what's that a reflection of? Our oceans. What do we fall asleep to? The sound of the oceans. That's another step further. That's fucked up. We should be on a beach sleeping. Thanks, Funky. No, I get into this because see, here's the other thing that like some of you might not understand. I get into this stuff. I was into it before, but I get into it more because I like to explain it to you guys. So the sky is a reflection of what? The blue oceans reflecting off the atmosphere. It's crazy and it's blue. Out of all the fucking colors that can reflect in the sky on a clear day, why is our planet blue? Why does our planet look blue from so-called pictures from satellites? Why do our oceans look blue? It's insane. The oceans are actually clear, but it's the reflection and then all that coming out. It's crazy. But of all the colors, and what do we see when you see apocalypses and stuff in the color? It's like orangey red, and you know what I mean? They do it in the movies. It's like watching Avatar. I get so relaxed watching Avatar. In the fucking jungle, they're all blue. I'm like, that's cool. So think about it. They created Avatar the movie. Why did they pick blue people? So that you can relax and sit through a 4-hour fucking movie. Let's think about this. Were there any blue cartoon heroes for kids to relax them? Let's take it a step further now that we're the orange, it's right here. I don't drink much of it. It's still here. You can see that it's still there. I don't drink much. I'll drink once in a while. If I get like if somebody like Zach drives me to the point. Let's see. Blue cartoon heroes from the past. Let's see. Just curiosity. Sonic the Hedgehog, The Tick, Captain Planet, The Smurfs, Megamind, Mega Man, Leonardo, Teenage Mutant Ninja, something, I don't know what that is. Optimus Prime, no, that he's a Blue Falcon, Captain America, The Invisible Woman, Fantastic Four. Oh, there's tons of them. Holy shit. So there you go. There's a whole list of blue cartoon heroes as well. Why? Because it may be soothing to get kids to watch the fucking, yeah, Smurfs. There you go. Why were the Smurfs so popular? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Weren't they blue? Or was that, or am I thinking of the Smurfs? Our planet's cool. It's the only one with beer and guitars. Hell yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's the other thing. Blue light. That's how you can get, that's how you can, yeah. It's kind of like, I think AirPods, right? They use a blue light to transfer the signals. Saturday Night Live had the green guy in the 80s. Yeah, our eyes are, yeah. Superman is blue. Yeah. Yeah, his uniform too. Absolutely. So you can see, you can start to see the connections with blue. That's why stop signs are red. The color. It's an alerting color that disrupts red lights, yellow lights. Two purple guitars? Welcome. Yeah, I love purple guitars. The blue channel on 5150. There you go. Why did they call it the blue channel? Because it's clean. It's not disruptive. It's not the red channel, which is fucking metal gain, disruptive in your face. Blue is clean. Red is hammer you time. Yeah, like yeah, I like this guitar, right? I don't have a guitar this color. I thought it was kind of cool because it stood out because it doesn't appeal to me in a way that like a blue does. There's a blue guitar. There's a blue guitar. That's purpley blue. Blue, blue. I probably got more blue guitars than black, but I got a lot of black guitars. Yeah, red channel. So I use the third on my camper That's the third channel of the diesel VH4 head. I don't know what color that is. It's a little loose. Is wood color neutral? I don't know. The Lizzie? Yeah, yeah. What's up, Mechanic Jams? Thanks, Cool Breeze. I gotta get to work this week on all those songs. So I'm gonna try to have Robert Sarzo in the next week or two. I'm gonna see if I can get him and invite him through Restream. I haven't tried that with him. Send him the link. And then see if I could get him on here. And then maybe I could send it to his phone. That would be interesting. I would look in the phone now and type his number in there. Yeah, that's the thing. PRS can flood the store. See, this is the illogical problem of Paul Reed Smith. He wants to flood the market, right? But he's only limited X amount of shapes. Now, first of all, the high-end guitars that are 3 to 6,000, 10,000, like the reserves, the private stock reserves, you're looking at 10 to 15 grand for a guitar. Like those aren't going to sell. And you don't really want to put those in a Guitar Center unless they're in a case. Because if one of those drops, that's a lot of money. But if you flood the market, you're still going to have to compete with Squier. And that, I'm telling you, that 50 Vibes behind me is as good as any PRS I've ever played, including a reserve. Now, does it feel as good? No. But it plays as good, meaning sound and the quality of it. Oh, you're getting better? Good for you, bro. What's up, Tony? NZ in the chat. Look like you've been on a guitar safari. Yeah, man. For sure. Because I think a lot of it is bullshit. And I can, Sasquatch helped me. But he did a video, and then I started thinking about it. And then I started thinking about, when I do videos, like when you add the Restream, or you can deny people the Restream, the only one that's going to put you into AI is you. No one's thought about that except Rhett. His dad is one of the biggest internet telecommunications. You can't tell me that Rhett can't make a phone call to his dad and have somebody track that easy. They're the one that distributes YouTube's platform from house to house through AT&T. You can see Ibanez taking over again. Yeah, man. Dude, there's a guy, I forget his name, I didn't type it down. He's a Spanish dude. He plays really fucking good. A young cat. and he was playing an Ibanez. It had a tremolo bar, and it said the best guitar I ever played. I don't know if you can find it that way. It's only like a 3-minute clip, and he's fucking just he can play fast legato lines, but he's also full of feel, full of feel. And I was like, wow. I'll get you guys his name because I subbed him today. You got to go, Frank? Oh, yeah. No problem. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, brother. Bruh. Yeah, I can see Ibanez maybe taking over. They got high-end guitars to low-end guitars that are actually very good. I mean, what did I say I paid for this? $5? It's the Jacoba Wood. I mean, this guitar sounds unbelievable. This feels better than the Charvels I have and the Jackson. This neck just feels unbelievable. Is it Patrick Sosa? Oh wait, maybe I can find it. Hold on. Wait, I might be able to find it. I keep forgetting some of these are linked together. And sometimes you can see who I subscribe to. Channel content. Let me see. If I go on my channel, do I have a search? Oh no, it's search my channel. So let me go on here. Let me go on YouTube. It might be him. He's playing an Ibanez. Okay, let me see. Best guitar I ever played. Oh, come on. Trying to get me to log into all my things. Here he is. Alexandrio Zillow. It's right here. If I play it, I get a strike. This cat right here. You got to watch this kid play. I don't know much about him, and that's the only video I saw. Alessandro. Alessandrozilio. Unbelievable sounding guitar player. And it's an Ibanez. It doesn't have a Floyd. But what a fucking guitar player. Security check. Yeah. Yeah, he's really good, man. Like, it just popped up because I've been looking at Ibanez stuff. And he looks like he's a tall dude because the guitar looks little on him. He's at least 6 foot. That guy can play. And it's not that he's just fast. It's the way he plays. And so like I said, if you're playing, like real solos and real songs, it's kind of, he reminds me of like a Satriani. He's got that kind of feel to him, you know what I mean? It's really good. You're celebrating the 4th on the 3rd with a 5th? There you go. Yeah, and Les Pauls you got to get like a Butler string tree. What's up, Mark? Yeah, he's really good. I was kind of shocked on how good he was at his age. I don't know much about him. I'm going to look him up some more. And then I contacted, it's called Ultrasound or something. That's that Knob Hob band. I said, come on the channel. I'll give you guys a shout out. I think they're Canadian, but that's the kids band. Like I'm all for promoting kids bands and stuff like that, and like this kid Alessandro and whoever else is in there that has music like Mechanic Jams and Tennis Nuts and Jerry and all you guys. Surfing with a South American. Is that where he's from? Yeah, Sammy and Joe parted ways. That tour fell apart. I don't know what happened. I was talking about that the other day because that tour they did a couple shows and then that was the end of it. I think Wolfgang had something to do with that. Oh, you're driving home? Yeah, yeah. You never know. We were talking about frequency and like disruptive colors from the 440, and I cut it in half to 220 down to 110, and the color spectrum was orange, which was a disruptor orange noise. Interesting. Which we were tying into some of the other stuff. Color codings. So I guess I wonder what's the best selling color guitars? Best selling color guitars. Someone look that up. Best selling color guitars. It's got to be either white or blue. Or a cherry burst, it could be. Because I know like a lot of guys that are like bad boys. They want like a red Ferrari. Red stands out. Like I never bought a red Ferrari because red is a sure signal to get a speeding ticket. You stand out like a sore thumb. What's up, Gene? I was just talking to you about you. The trip to Palm Bay. You just watched Alessandro. Oh, he's nice reminding that I suck. Hey, at least he's not 12. Yeah, he's really fucking good, bro. Red. Yeah, red's a disrupted. Well, orange, the sound frequency was changed from 432 to 440, and we were looking at color frequencies like the noise colors, like white noise, but it's listed as orange noise, which is a very disruptive color. But think about it. You guys, when you were a cop or whatever, you had red lights and flashing or there were always different color lights and stuff. A burst maybe. Listen, I guess I could look it up. Best selling color guitar. Best selling color guitar. Selling color on a guitar. No, it's not going to tell me on here. So let me get off of there and then go back to here. Best selling color guitar. Or I should probably say the most sold color guitar. Black, sunburst, white, and red. So here we go. The color spectrum, black and white, like the shirts underneath the clothes. Interesting. Black and white. And then red is a disruptor. It's for like bad boys. And then you got the sunburst. Interesting. So those colors are relied on. The sunburst, it could be anything, tobacco or cherry. The white is Olympic white and cream. The red is candy apple, fiesta, and cherry. So here, so here, here's what Ibanez did. They put all three of the best-selling reds in there, right? Apple, candy apple, fiesta, and cherry. Unbelievable. So you see the marketing behind that? Yeah, I like a cherry burst. But like even the sunbursts like that, they're just cool looking. But I mean, that's I guess why Ibanez did the burst, the greenish aqua blue into the dark blue. Moonburst they call it. But I still like my black guitars. I like my black Fenders. My black Les Pauls, my black Fenders. Oh, you got a Satriani, the Chrome? Those are cool guitars. You should get a Chrome Lexus to go with the guitar. They make a Chrome Lexus, right? Blue and red strobes, yeah. So blue triggers melatonin. So those blue flashing lights. Yeah, it's blue and red. A calming and a disruptive. Because that fucks up people's brains. They don't know what to think. Blue is relaxing, red is disruptive. And when they're going together, you're fucking everybody's thinking patterns up. You you have a white Ibanez and a red Jackson? Nice. Oh yeah, your red Jackson's nice. Antifreeze filled acrylic telly. I don't think I know that one. Dude, I'm telling you, that one right behind me, the Kiss Tommy Thayer, the purple one. Right there. That's all you, bro. You can get those for $500-$600. They got Seymour Duncans in them and everything. It's an Epiphone. Guitar Center in Nashville, yeah. It's a shithole, though. My buddy was just there. He's like, dude, he goes, it's a fucking disaster. He goes, but they got a lot of guitars. He goes, there's shit everywhere there. He goes, but they sell a lot. That's why. The Ibanez Ghost Rider. Yeah, here, I'll play, and then I can grab the Les Paul. This one right here. Maybe. This is like a... This is an Epiphone right here. But it's a Kiss Tommy Thayer one. This is a really nice looking guitar, man. Even the back of the neck. But it's got Seymour Duncan in it. And you can do this. This is a great fucking guitar. It comes with a blue case, a signed picture of Tommy Thayer. I mean, knew they were like 750. They didn't become popular. Not a lot of people want a lot of money. Eruption? Yeah. Hey, Allison, how are you? Yeah, this is a great guitar for the money. And it comes with Seymour Duncan's mirror pickguard. It's like an Epiphone. It's like a custom shop, really. I mean, it's one of their better Epiphones. The Lizzie Hale Epiphone's really good. This is really good. I mean, it's a really, really nice guitar for the money. I've even used this live once, just because it could do some of the stuff that I needed it to do. So, like, I've taken this out. That's why it's got the strap still on there. But yeah, I mean, again, Epiphone. You know, if you can buy one of those for $500-$600, why are you gonna buy a Harley Benton for $400? You can get a case used with that. You know what I mean? Same thing with this. I paid what, $500 for this? Now this sounds better to me a little bit. Can't get the flutter in there. Comes loose. Let's see. There you go. G-Day. I think it's solid because it's heavy. Yeah, these burst ones. I don't know what its model. I can't read it, but they're made of Jacoba wood. Jacoba. These sound great. They make a blue one. I want the blue one. This guitar plays so good. This guitar just sings. You know, the other ones aren't bad either. I picked this one up and that one for $600 out of a pawn shop. I don't know what model it is. It's because I can't see it on the back of the neck. I can't read it. It's so dark. I don't know if you guys can read that with the light. Might be able to read what it is. You know. It's a nice guitar. I got a bunch of Ibanez's. You know, that's the thing. I there's so many great guitars out there. You don't know them all. I mean, this guitar is light. This is a lighter weight guitar. Let's see if we can pull it. It's a far reach. I like this one because the headstock is reversed. It's an upside down headstock for Ibanez. See it? Which is kind of cool. And this is a thinner shaped body. See how thin it is? Here. So it's definitely lightweight compared to it. Let's see. I'm getting it all tangled. Let's see. Cable off. But you can see the difference in thickness. But this sounds great too. Oh, really? Play something cool and crazy. Like what? You get it? Yeah, this is a nice guitar too. It's lightweight. You know what I mean? I had the tone rolled Yeah, the low mid scream out on this one. It has it's real clean sounding. It's not as heavy sounding. Yeah. It's more mid-range. What if he played that with a dominant 5? Van Halen meets Thin Lizzy. Yeah, I love AC/DC. You can't go wrong. And they always stay in pretty good tune. Now this has new strings. I've never gone all the way down with it. A little. See, now I would never go that far down on a whammy live, unless it was the end of the show. Yeah, I really like this. It's kind of a cool guitar. Oh, when learning Hell's Bells, yeah, how he dissects the power chord. It's an incredibly well written song. Excuse me. Yeah, I do my own setups on Restream. I can fix guitars to a certain point too. Like I can do fret leveling and all that too. Yeah, 10s. EVH 10s. Diodario. It's basically. It depends how much I play them. I wipe my guitars down. Like after I leave the show, whatever I played or touched, I go back and I wipe them all off with a rag. So I'll take the string. Because like you can see I was just playing that and you can see the grime. Let me see if from putting under the string, from sweating on it. So if I take my fingers, I don't know if you can see that. And do the third string. I'll take the rag and I'll do that. Now the third string wasn't as bad as the first. You're learning Shoot the Thrill in Hell's Bells? Shoot the thrill! Have a Drink on Me is good too. I forget the chords. Is it A or E? Do you remember? I forget it. Hey, Gene, what did your dad do? I can't remember. I remember the Zerwicks. Barbara, what was it? Barbara Zerwick. Her dad was mayor when we were kids. What did your dad do? I don't remember. Because it's weird. Because people were like, how did you come from military family that were all cops? Like my uncle was a cop, my other uncle was a cop, my one uncle was mayor, my dad was a policeman. Like they're like, how did you get into fucking music? I really don't remember. I think it was I studied classical piano, but it wasn't until my grandmother started teaching me. But that came from my mother's side. My mother's side was the whole musical artsy thing. My dad tried to do a lot of open mics, and he was horrible. He still tries to sing to this day, and I'm like, Dad, for fuck's sake, you just killed a dog. What, because your dad wasn't a cop. I don't remember what your dad did. Girls Got Rhythm's awesome too. A whole lot of Rosie is great. What's the Let There Be Light? There was light. Let there be drums. Guitar. Dun, 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 dun. We're all gonna radicalize Rhett Shull after this. I think everybody should call him out. For him, what did he say about? He said something that goes against YouTube standards and flagging videos or something. Well, I know, Gene, you were in art because you were in my art classes because we all drew. You, Steve Nagel, we were all Al Richter. We were all into music and drawing. That's crazy, right? You would have figured I would have went into that. Let there be rock. That was rock. AC/DC is one of the greatest bands of all fucking time. I put them up there with Led Zeppelin easily. Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, and Halen. Those have to be the three greatest rock bands of all time. Van Halen, AC/DC, and Led Zeppelin. I mean, there were single artists like the Ted Nugents and the Hendrixes, but as a band, Halen, Zeppelin, AC/DC. Rhett, yeah, he's full of shit. He's full of himself, actually. He's an egotistical, pompous guy. And I think he's the one fucking with his own channel. And I think he got the idea because of the AI shit and Rick Beato and everybody talking about how bad AI is. I think he's fooling a lot of people, but it's a very deceptive practice to do that to YouTubers. Like if someone cloned my channel, do you think I'd be calling all my friends, "Hey, you got to check this out. They're cloning me." I would just fucking flag it. I'd be embarrassed of it. I would just say that they're stealing my identity. Did I do that, like? And that's hard. There you go, new lick. That's kind of cool. Doesn't sound as good lower. figure out a lick with that. My Pac-Man hat, it's over here somewhere. I got tons of hats. My kid keeps stealing them. He stole my Marvel hat. He's got my Yoda hat. I got my Haunted Mickey leather hat. This right here. I don't know if you ever saw that. Let's Van Angus. Van Angus. How would you do Van Angus? Let's see. Let's see. That's kind of weird. Van Angus. Let's see. Let's see. What can we do? Oh, at the end of my video? I don't remember what I played. I'll have to go watch it again. You didn't like the way they made him look? You'd be a shredder. There's no money in shredding, Gene. It's just cool to do. You know what I mean? It's all about the song. That's where a lot of guys get it wrong. You know, you got to write great songs. I mean, the Racer X stuff was cool and the Yngwie stuff's cool, but it ain't as cool as AC/DC. It's not as cool as Van Halen. It was like the hell yeah shirt. Giving a dog a bone. Oh, you might be able to. You probably could go. You probably could do Feel Your Love Tonight and let's see. Wait. Oh no. Here you go. Man, that's hard to do. It's not the same kind of rhythms. You watched it over and over? Was it the... I know I did a bluesy thing. Something like that at the very end. I don't know what part of it. Yeah, I have a Fender Hartfield. I got a Candy Apple Red one. Yeah, and I got a Fender Prodigy right here. The Fender Prodigy is probably one of the better of the shred guitars. Yeah, I'll just put this over here. Let's see. I don't know if... Well, actually, here, let me put this up and then I'll grab the Fender. The Fender is a great guitar. Because because I know I'm going to break something by turning around like my back. Then I can pull the fender up. And this has the real Bill Lawrence in it, which is the real Nuno pickup. There's a whole fucking thing on the Bill Lawrence pickups, which is crazy to me. This is a USA Fender Prodigy. I got this in a trade too. I really love this guitar. Yeah, you promised to say I showed it to you. I'll have to relook. I don't remember exactly a lot of it's just off the cuff. I know I did do that. I didn't do that though. Here's a cool lick for you guys. So if you're playing in the B pentatonic in G major, you can move this into here. Everyone knows this. Now when you're on the second string, those are cool. Those are like little simple ideas where you can take that pentatonic with the major. See here again. Throw that double stop in there. And even if you just stay there. Then you get the bottom of your E minor arpeggio. There's all kinds of stuff in there. That's why I say just experiment in like one position with one spot like that. The Sloth and Sid the Sloth are more. Yeah. I play it all. Everything I play is off of the top of my head. This way, if you see me, I try not to play stuff overcomplicated for everybody because if I do, it gets into too much of a um. Oh, you got the Frost Red Hartfield Talon? Yeah, it's like a candy apple red, right? That's the one I have. They got a white one, they got the candy apple red one, and I think they have a yellow and a purple one. Bruh. Yeah. But like if I start to play too much complicated stuff where I'm I mean the chances of a lot of people playing that are slim to none. Not that I won't show it to you guys, but this kind of stuff is more tasty and you can put it on a record. That kind of stuff. So you get that's more tasty too. I mean, more people would accept that as opposed to, I mean, that's really hard to do, but you'll get I think especially live. I've said this before, when you're playing in an arena, to hear those notes come out clear, you're not going to hear it. So I'm better off playing I'm better off playing more like that because people can hear it. Yeah, Vinny Moore. Vinny Moore first had the Hartfield. Yeah, my buddy's got the purple one. He says he don't play it no more. I might buy it from him, or maybe I'll do a trade with him. He just went to see LA Guns tonight. I made him go buy. There was a Tracy Guns Kramer. Because Tracy can be a little hard to deal with. So I say, well, if you go buy that Kramer, more than likely you'll have Phil Lewis and Tracy. They would be happy to sign that. Just don't bring them a Guns N' Roses guitar. So a lot of people get the assumption that, like, even though I can shred, a lot of people get the idea that I would do that on records, but they forbid it. The record labels, if you start doing that on like a Taylor Swift song, you're done. They're like, dude, what are you doing? It doesn't fit. You know what I mean? So you got to kind of watch. Bends are great on any kind of record. You got. that kind of stuff. It just sounds better, and it's more in line to what they want. And it doesn't sound bad, because once you start playing super fast like that and then you slow it down, you actually see things differently. Like, it's easier for me to get around now because I'm slowing it so far down. So you can see everything more clear. Oh, you got a video of him? Yeah, that Hartfield, it's like the Fender Prodigy. What did I do with it? Did I put it back? Oh no, I'm playing it. I don't even know what guitar I got in my hands. This is a USA Fender Prodigy. Now, they don't come with this pickup, and it's got a Kaler. The only thing annoying is this. I don't like that. I'm going to get that redone. But it does keep your arm so you can grab it. But, you know, it's one of those things where you can pick these up for $800 all day long. A USA Fender, they only made these for 2 years. So these, like this is a great metal guitar, but it's also good for 2 singles. You know what I mean? So you can do a lot of different genres with this guitar. So you put like a metal pickup in here, and then you get your 2 single coils, and you can play anything. It just sounds great with anything. Sweeping anybody. Yeah. Even using a pickup selector gives you dynamics like that. Warm up? No. I use Biofreeze on my forearm. So since I was a kid, I started with Bengay and then Tiger Balm. When I was about instructor that I had, Don West, he was older, so he would put that on his arms. I go, what's that do? And he goes, it's for muscle relaxer. It kind of gets into your muscles and loosens them up. I go, well, how come you didn't tell me to get that? He goes, it's for old people. I go, well, wouldn't that help me too? He goes, I guess so. So it became habit. So every time before I play, I put now I use Biofreeze on my forearms and my hands. That's before I play guitar any day. RTX guitars? No. But it's mostly scales. You know, like I would play scales, a lot of scales. Then I realized I'm starting to sound like Yngwie or Al Di Meola. And I was like, well, how do I... Even with the pick rate. Then you start to sound like all the guys you learned everything from. So I had to stop my scales. And then, like, for speed, I would go... just try to get faster and faster because I wasn't trying to play clean. I just wanted to build my speed up. So I started doing stuff like you would do like weightlifting or a runner. You do fast sprints. So like you would sprint really fast for a short a period of time, and then you would jog at a slower rate for a longer period of time. So the idea of like using weight training methods to train fast twitch and slow twitch muscle fiber in my hands. Yeah, I seen that. It's really cool looking. The Lava Studio. I'm just weary of that kind of stuff for live. It would be great inside, like here even. Like I've even thought about using guitar plugins. But like live, I thought, well, how would I recreate that plugin? I don't want to use a computer with a plugin, live. That's kind of, and I've never tried to actually profile a plugin, which would be an interesting. I, I'll have to investigate if you can profile a plugin. Tone Junkies, HW would know. I'm gonna have to ask him. Yeah, Paul's really fast, but he's not. I don't think he's like the fastest I've ever heard. There was another guy too. He's not from this country. I forget what his name is. Somebody might know. Merchant, something Merchant. I mean, he's so fast. It's almost like AI. And they're old videos. Merchant. I forget his name. Merchant. That guy's twice as fast as me. A Badlands guitar? No. And that's the Tone. What's his name? The Tone King. They came up with that. I'm not paying $3,000 for like a Jackson copy. I don't care how. Here's the problem with those guitars. They're never going to be worth anything after you buy it. It's like a Tom Anderson. Let me show you. So you have to look at stuff kind of realistic, right? And I didn't show you guys this earlier. This guy's selling this guitar. Let me go in the pictures. He's trying to sell it for a fast sale. This is a Nash guitar. It's a Tele 63. You can read the bottom. Looking to sell fast. It's priced to sell. Who is going to get their money back out of a $2,200 Tele? I mean, it's a great guitar. It's a nice guitar. But it's a Nash guitar. It doesn't have the Fender name on there. You're never going to get your money back. Gibson and Fender have the ultimate historic value of any guitar. So when you get something with the Fender on it, a Fender name, even Ibanez has been around so long. Carvin, the big names that have been around forever are what you're going to get your money back. I can't see spending. That's like buying a Lamborghini for $1.2 million and then having to resell it for 400 grand. That's a huge loss. I'm not into huge losses, no matter how good. Ask Cordy about the values of that. Yeah, Corda, that guy is another fucking shill. He's the Rhett shill of Europe, and they're all buddies. Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd's great. $1,200. Yeah, if I could get one for maybe $1,200 or that, it's like my friend. He's got the Purple Bangle Satchel, which is discontinued. It's a cool guitar, but he wants $1,400 for it. I'm not paying for it. I did a trade with this with all upgrades. It's all go to and stuff. I got this one for. Ooh shit, that almost came out. Get off of there. What happened? This one right here, I got for $500. When you can buy guitars for that cheap, why am I going to spend $1,400 just because it's a Satchel guitar? It doesn't matter. It's never going to be worth a huge amount of money. Satchel, Russ Parrish, even though he's played with Rob Halford from Fight, Steel Panther stuff is not valuable. You know what I mean? The Rat stuff. What about Rat? You mean rat shit? Rat shoal? Rat shit? Ratchet. Rat shoal or rat shit? You shaved your head for 2 tickets for the Division Valor Tour in Nashville? If you start playing too fast, you lose some feel though. It just becomes like a mess of notes. Whereas, you know, if you're just like so if you're playing like just just notes to play notes, you know, like if you know, or I wouldn't do like long runs. Yeah, smaller, but it's worth just for parts. Yeah, absolutely. It's just hair. Great tour, by the way. Have you played the heavy metal strat? Which one? The HM strat? Yeah, those are nice too. They got the big headstocks. Well, some are stock, but like this was Joe Wentz project, so he's got go to on there. Like he's upgraded that. This is all stock. That's stock. That's all stock. That's an NOS guitar. But yeah, the $500 guitars, like you can get these for $8, but that's an original Bill Lawrence. So that pickup's anywhere from $300 to $500 inside an $800 guitar. I'm pretty cool. What's up, Jester? Yeah, so like on the $500 guitars, it depends what they are. Yeah, the trem system, some are upgraded, some are not. Oh, you turned the bus into a Nashville party bus? Yes, him. The HM, yeah. They had good. The Fender Heavy Metal series was really good. They had the HM cabs. Those were really good cabs. They had the HM Strat. That was a great Strat. Fender makes quality stuff. I don't know why people say that. First, they're on the bandwagon of quality. It's kind of, here's the problem I have with these guys, like on these channels. Bud Cole's got to go. Well, where the fuck were you 5 years ago? Or 10 years ago? He's been with the company for 15 or 20 years. Maybe not a direct CEO, but he was in control of a whole nother division in the Asia market. He controlled all that. So where was your problem then with Bud Cole? You know what I mean? Like, everyone jumps on these fucking bandwagons for clicks. Fender's always had some quality control issues, but nothing that was major. Nothing like LSL, nothing like Tom Anderson, and certainly not like Harley Benton or Firefly or LSL or Suhr. The Suhr guitars are shit. They're not shit in that they play bad. It's that they still have a lot of quality control problems. So if you're making like 1,500 Suhr guitars versus 15,000, you better have your shit together, especially if you're Andy Wood repping the company and then bashing Fender. I don't like that. Oh, the Fender P bass. You can't beat the Fender P bass. That's all Dave Spitz plays, the P basses. He loves those. He's a huge Fender guy, Dave Spitz. Yeah, most of the $500 guitars are like, I could take this out. I could take any one of these guitars out. Here's a $300 Ibanez I could take out. It don't have a trem on there, but I paid $300 for this. All I did is put strings on this and set it up. $300 right out the and the brother is with the Floyd back there. $300 Ibanez. So you can play that to... I mean, it sounds fine. Why couldn't I play a show with this? Now here's those blues licks I was doing before. And there, I mean, it's fine. You don't even have to, you just set it up and go and play. A rolling stage, those are cool. You and Charlie were guitar duo machine? Yeah, people pay for the name. You know, if it's a high end. Listen, who's buying the $10,000 private stock PRSs? Ain't me. I'm never going to pay that. Now, I paid that for the R9. The R9 Burst Brothers. But that, you can hear the difference. That's a $16,000 guitar. You can hear the difference between this and that in the playability. I mean, it's going to feel way different in your hands. It may not sound like a huge difference between like a Charvel and this guitar because they're close to the same level as far as the build. But a build like that, you're going to feel the difference in your hand. This right here is a $3,000 NOS. Those are handmade in the Czech Republic. It's a PV. You're going to feel a difference in your hands, the playability of the guitar. Not so much the sound of it, but the playability. Yeah, it's a water decal. Yeah, the R9 sounds crazy good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now you can hear the clarity and you can hear how thick it is. You can hear a huge difference. hear the clarity and the definition? Yeah, they're sustain machines. That's fucking ridiculous. And that's with a gate, 2 gates. You can hear a big difference. Yeah, they got a 100K guitar. For sure. Now if I take, like, say, like a guitar like this, which is probably around $500-600, Charvel, are you going to hear a big difference? Again, I got this in a trade. Yeah. If it's a historical guitar or something that I've always wanted, I'll pay the money. But for a regular PRS, calling it a private stock in the bullshit Tonewood bullshit, no. Not doing that. Not unless it's a good return on my money. I'm buying guitars that I can play. And so that's a collector's piece. This is something I can play. This is a collector's piece. This is something I can play. You know what I mean? No, the Charvels play fucking great, man. You know, and they're consistent. This feels great. Now, I think that Ibanez Jacoba Wood one is better. They're not a lot of money. I paid $500 for that one too. I think this plays and sounds better. That's just my opinion. The neck on this feels fucking great. Better than a Charvel. It's almost like in between the Charvel and the R9 to me. It's in between. That chord range. See, another one with a lot of sustain. The Fender is a Fender Prodigy, USA Fender Prodigy. Again, you can get that for $800. Now, it has a $300 to $500 pickup in it. It has a Bill Lawrence. So I'll show you. It doesn't have the original pickup. It's got an original Bill Lawrence in there. It comes with a sticker on the back. I got it in a trade. Yeah, I was friends with Chris. This is an $800 guitar. You can find these and put a pickup in there. It's it's a Kaler. I think these were made in 92 to 94 or something like that, or 93 to 95. It's a Kaler. Oh, you grew up in Clearwater? I was really good friends with Chris. I lived with a guy named Derek Damone that just recently passed away. I talked to Doc. I don't think Doc's on my pad. Let me see. Do you remember Doc from Sabotage? He doesn't play in the band anymore. Let me see if he's on here. Let me see if he's in my messages. Marcel, let's see. Oh no, it didn't keep them all. Let me see if Doc's in here. Let's see. See, oh. No, he's not on this. So I've been talking to Doc from Sabotage. Doc's got a Cherokee Pawn up in Carolinas. Yeah, the Nortons are nice. Now, in this orange guitar, those are, I don't know what pickups those are. Those were wound, they're specially wound DiMarzios for that guitar. Yeah, it's a shame what happened to Chris. He was such a brilliant guitar player. My buddy, over in Australia loves him. Leon Todd. Sabotage just released I think a double live album with all old material from like the 90s. Doc's on it too. He told me, I didn't know. But I know John's trying to do a live not a live album, but another album with him on vocals. I don't think that's going to happen though. John's in bad shape. That's where you're from, Clearwater. What's his name? Chris Rizzola lives over there too, from Steelheart. He had a heart attack or a stroke. He won't come out either, man. I used to hang out with him all the time. It's a shame. We're getting fucking old, boys. The PFA Pro. Yeah. And again, I'm not playing through an amp. I'm just playing through a Kemper. His solos are hard because of his timing. Power of the Night was my favorite. I got to watch him write that. Hall of the Mountain King's good too. But I was there when, that was around 84, 85 when he wrote Power of the Night. And he would ask me, what do you think of this riff? There's some cool chords in some of those songs. Like Power of the Night has fucking great. I don't even remember how to play that. Because he played that odd. some weird chords in there. He had some cool chords. Yeah, was that E? I think he played this chord, and then he had some cool chords in there. He was an incredible songwriter. Well, I played with a lot of bands. I've played with Terry from XYZ. I've filled in for Quiet Riot. I was originally like an expose in some of those bands, but I ended up doing a lot of gigs with a lot of different bands as a fill-in over the years. It's like everything. Patrick I play with Patrick from Yngwie and Dave Spitz from Black Sabbath. Patrick's played with probably the most bands out of all three of us. I mean, Dave's got an incredible career, but Patrick has played with Sebastian Bach, Steelheart. I mean, he's played with everybody under the sun. I don't think there's no one he's ever played with. Oh, late night lessons? I don't know if he ever did one. A lot of people never really like Sabotage was an underrated metal band. They were Chris was one of the Chris was at the forefront of what metal turned into. I mean, there were bands like Metal Church and Halloween, but no one played like him and no one wrote like him. I mean, I got goosebumps just now talking about him. He was a unique person, and him and his brother John were such nice fucking people. Doc's always been great to me. I mean, that everybody in the band was just fucking nice people, man. And if you grew up around them in the Clearwater area, Tampa Bay, you know what kind of people they were. They were just really down to earth, fucking cool people. You know, it's just how they were, man. With Mike Martin, Marth, I forget how you say his name. Marth. I forgot how he pronounces it, not like Marth. Thoughts on Jordan Ziff? Eh. I don't think Jordan's gonna be in there very long. It's kind of like what's his name, Eric, that plays with Stephen Piercy, and now he's got what's his name? Steven took lessons from him. Joel Hoekstra. I don't think Joel's the right match for Piercy. It didn't fit to me. But the same thing with Eric. Eric's from Bow Wow Wow. I, I, I don't think that's a good fit either. It's kind of like even Mike Tramp's guitar player. He's been with them for years. I just don't think he does okay with the Vito Bratta, but I just don't like the way he plays. Oh, Mike moved on to Sam Ash. Yeah. And what's his name was teaching out of there in the Tampa area too. Steve Lynch. And then he moved back home. Part of your foundation, yeah. You were a Gilmore wannabe. Did I offer any donuts to Yngwie? No. Yeah, Joel's a monster player. He's a super nice guy, absolutely. Sirens was good too, man. Fuck. Those were great albums with great, unique songwriting. Chris's guitar playing was unique in that when he soloed, he didn't start like your typical guitar player, and he played some stuff like out of time that you wouldn't think, like on his bends. You know, like he would like his timing was odd. Like, and he would do weird. He had like a weird sensing of timing. Yeah, Joel's a great player. But like all those guys, I feel bad for them because they. The problem is, Whitesnake's done. They're not. I knew that shit wasn't going to carry on. No one wants to see if Coverdale ain't the band. Coverdale was Whitesnake. That's like going to see White Lion and Mike Tramp ain't there. It just doesn't work. Or Bon Jovi without Bon Jovi. It's just not going to work. Yeah, he kind of had this. Yeah, yeah. Best guitar channel. Thanks, man. Yeah, Chris was a heavy influence on me because I met him right as I was going to GIT, and then I was flying back and forth, and I would hang out with him at shows. He would always invite me out on the road, and my friend Derek Damone grew up with them. And he passed away, and like my buddy Lewis, he's got a coin shop and buys and sells gold. He's doing well. He worked with Derek, and I reconnected with him after a bunch of years. So, same with Doc. My buddy Vincent. Like I lost track of some of the guys, and like Vincent lives. He was my next door neighbor. He's the jujitsu master. He moved up into the Carolinas. It's like, dude, you're never gonna guess who I ran into. He's got like a pawn shop. And I go, who? He goes, Doc. I go, Doc. He's like, yeah. He goes, he remembers you. I go, from Sabotage? I go, he's got a shop? He goes, yeah, they had like some plants in there and like guns and stuff. I'm like, what? He's like, I go, just give him my number. And then he called me and then we reconnected. And he's like, what's up, man? Doc's really cool too. Yeah, the good old days. Oh, yeah. Bought a Gibson SG for. Dude, I know. My first real guitar I bought from my cousin. It was a Gibson combo amp and a Gibson SG. It was like a 1972 or 1973 amp and guitar. I paid him $300 for both. Vi Whitesnake. Yeah, I liked Vi with Whitesnake too. Yeah, ZZ Top without Billy Gibbons. Could you imagine? Who would you get? You'd have to get a copy guy. No, it won't bankrupt Fender because Fender still holds 30% of the market. Oh, TSO? Yeah, that was a great band too. With John? Yeah. But like a lot, like even taken from like the Lynch stuff, you know, Chris was doing that when Lynch was doing it. He would do scales like that too, like those little quick bursts. Yeah, I mean, I think they're trying to push Fender out. PRS wants to push Fender out of the picture. Because think about it. They hired Gibson's luthier, McCarty. That was the first problem that I saw with PRS. Hiring one of Gibson's luthiers that created a bunch of fucking products to go against like Gibson. But I don't think it was so much to go against Gibson as Gibson took it. I think it was to hurt Fender. I think PRS hired McCarty to hurt Fender in sales because that was the 24 Custom was out there. Then they had the McCarty, which was like a Gibson copy. That would have hurt Fender, and it did a little bit, but probably the biggest. And you got to think that they were PRS is cloning guitars. The McCarty is a clone of a Les Paul. The Silver Sky, even though it's a very different guitar, it's still a copy of the Strat because John Mayer played Fender and went to PRS and they created a Fender looking guitar. Gone crazy. Be back soon. Baker music. As is Baker music. What's up, man? Yeah, Fender ain't gonna go nowhere. I don't think. Fender owns. The problem is Servco owns Fender, and Servco is 3 times bigger than Thomann. They're bigger than Thomann and PRS put together. Servco, if they want to get the big boys involved, you got to remember somebody already owns somebody. Like Perishing Square owns Alphabet Inc. Alphabet Inc. owns Google. Google owns YouTube. YouTube owns Universal Music. They're all under Perishing Square. So if you fuck with one of their companies, at some point the big boys are going to step in. The billion-dollar CEOs. Oh, really? My friend called me from PRS and he told me, look into Paul. He's got some kind of God complex, like Messiah God. And then I started to see that he's got a PRS day in Maryland. He's with a Democratic governor. Now, I don't care if you're Democrat, left or right, but, you know, what are you doing? And then you're aligning with all these guys that are on like the woke side, the Red Shoals and the, and they're the ones who are trying to destroy stuff with Fender. Why are you so mad at Fender? That's what I don't understand. You can't just be mad at somebody and want to get rid of them. It's got to be for a reason, like an agenda, some kind of. It's got to be for money. Maybe they're all in on the build with PRS for Gabe for Guitar Center. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but it sure seems kind of odd that they're all together like that. You know what I mean? And then Rachel comes out with this fake AI video that he did himself. I know he did it himself. He had to have done it to himself because his dad is Glenn Scholl, third in line at AT&T. You could call that, hey dad, someone did an AI video of me. Can you get one of your cyber security guys and track that fucking thing down? On it, son. I mean, wouldn't you protect your son? Fuck yeah, you would. He would have that fucking shut down in a minute. You don't think Glenn Scholl can call fucking Bill Aikman from Perishing Square? Of course he fucking can. I know that for a fact because I talked to Bill. He's an old friend of mine when we were kids out of New York City coming to the expose shows. The cult of Shrai Chinmoy? Yeah, it's all money. Oh, thanks, Baker Music. Yeah, I'll tell you the go to like this is a go to Floyd. One of the best Floyds I've ever played. I got two German Floyds over there, and I think those were originally made by Shaler, the Floyds. Maybe I don't remember. Can't wait to hear Paul Reed Smith publicly comment on the Fender thing. He hasn't. Would you think he would at least shit his pants like, yeah, Schellenberger? Yeah, and that's the thing. See, now PRS doesn't understand. They need Fender. Because if PRS sides with fucking Thomann, here's the issue. What's going to stop Thomann from making your copies? Did Paul think of that? How would you like them to make an exact copy of your Silver Sky for $150 there, Paulie? Oh, now that's a fucking problem. You didn't think about that, you dipshit, did ya? It always karma comes back or it finds its way back. He ain't thinking about that. He's just looking at Fender with fucking laser focus and not thinking, well, Thomann might be playing me. Yeah, we'll help you, Paul. Donate all your money and we're going to go in there legally and fuck Fender up. And you can have 30% of the market after we fucking copy all your guitars and put Harley Benton on them. Yeah, yeah. And there was a problem when PRS did the Santana guitars. Something happened between that and recognizing something. There was a big issue about that. I can't remember what it was. Cult followers are still strong. Yeah. It's crazy that the power of perception. These are old books and stuff. Bruce Lee talked about it. I mean, this is shit that controls you, like controlling people with your mind or by influencing. I said it before, when you go to an audition, you put it in your mind. Now, I'll take a Firefly over a Harley Benton all day long. I think Firefly is 10 times the guitar that Harley Benton is. But, Firefly may end up on the chopping block too. Fossil Pierre. It's funny. But, like, when I said go to audition, how do you stick out? You walk up to them and say, hey, I just wanted to thank you on behalf of all of us. Everybody in here looks great. Everybody's going to sound the same. But I want to just let you know that if you happen to choose me, I'm going to bring you to another level, something that they can't do. So that even though you look the same and play the same, you've already implanted a seed in the head. Yeah, it's the conscious. Yeah, exactly. So these guys, like Red Show, went to these big fucking private schools and Beato and Psychology 101. They know what the fuck they're doing. They're playing games with social media, and it's gotta stop. Oh, Warmouth parts. Fuck yeah. Warmouth parts are fucking great. The Randy Rhodes audition? What, mine? Or when Randy auditioned? 4.8 out of 5132. Well, the Harley Bentons are really poorly rated. They don't get that kind of ratings out of. The problem is their quality control. It even lists it. It's a gamble. It's a 50-50% you even get one that works. They've been reported with warped bodies and everything. I would never buy a Harley Benton. How much when you buy the Harley Benton online? So, like, was it a 350, like a $290, $275 Harley Benton, and it was $400 by the time it came? Was it a $400 Harley Benton by the time you pay for shipping and everything? Here's the problem: you bought two Harley Bentons, probably cost you 600-800 bucks, right? When you could have got this USA made fender used for $800. And both your Harley Bentons together will never amount to the quality this is, and I will always get my money back or more. That's the problem. You're buying a throwaway guitar, and people should be pissed off. The eco friendly people destroying our forests for wood on shit guitars. And then you had to do upgrades. Yeah, see? I wouldn't do that. Because I can spend $500 and get a fucking Jackson that I can take out on the road. I can play arenas with that. Um, who have you seen playing an arena with a Harley Benton? Nobody. See, that's the problem. They'll never get a celebrity guitar player to play that kind of guitar ever. So it'll never be worth anything. Like you'll be lucky to sell it at a garage sale for $80 in 10 years. Well, the locking tuners are good, but I mean not these kind. Like if you have like a regular locking tuner, it's better. You can't play fast. It doesn't matter. Locking tuners are better if you do like hard bends and stuff. Like a lot of people don't talk about like steel strength. Like every time I bend the string between this lockdown and this lockdown, the reason why there's not a huge amount of pressure on the string is because there's springs on the Floyd. So if this is a fixed bridge and I start going, every time you bend that string, you're changing the molecular structure of steel. You ever bend steel and break it? Yeah, they got. That's the problem. And Harley Bentons and the Fireflies, they send ringer guitars out to the guys. No one's gonna see you. Well, I mean, it's up to you what you want to buy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying common sense is you could have saved for the amount of money you spent. You could have bought this for $500 and then spent $200 on a fucking Tonex pedal or something. You know what I mean? Or a bunch of strings. I'm just saying it. You know, you can buy Temu guitars. You can buy the fake Chipsons or the Cheddars or whatever. Everything is CH. So, Chesp, ESP. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but the problem is they're never going to be worth anything, and they're not real quality, and you're going to have to do upgrades, and then the quality of wood and the parts are garbage. The wiring's going to crap out on you. So you're better off just spending a little few extra dollars. Instead of $300, you get one of these for 5 used, and it's something that you can resell and should never go bad. You know what I mean? 47 people in the live stream? Really? Holy shit. I'd like to break 50. Can we break 50? All you people, get your friends. Let's break 50. 3 away. You don't need to play fast. You got to play tasty. This is great. That's great. But tasty's better. Tasty's much better. Even if you don't play a lot of notes, right? If you're just like... That's great stuff. Playing fast is just another tool in the shed that you have for an arsenal for whatever you want to do. So I'm able to mix, like playing the blues stuff, you know, the... whatever, like stupid blues licks, like if I'm going... So if I go... I mix a blues lick with something like that, with some like jazzy kind of notes or whatever. It sounds cool. I mean, you can get away with that. It's great stuff. And again, like I said, if I play an arena, if I'm doing this, you're never going to hear the notes. It'll sound like garble. Like, you won't know what that's coming out. You'll just hear like it's too... The throw of the sound is going to create a backlash of fucking notes that are going to be jumbled on the top of everything, and then they're going to bounce around. Then you got fast notes coming here and off of this side and off of that side, and then coming in the... It's going to sound like garbage. Where if you're playing like... That's going to sound better in a huge arena. Eric Clapton, yeah, Eric Clapton's great. Yeah, slow solos sound fucking tasty. I mean, it's all up to what you want to do. Oh, you're in the Dallas electric guitar asshole of the universe, Georgia. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, great. There's great underrated guitar players that a lot of people that didn't even do shred. Billy from the Colt's a great example. I love fucking the Colts. Great work. It's great stuff. I'm more about a song than I am about shred. Even though I can do that, like again, when I was, you know, bands like Roxanne and stuff, going out with Paul, I would say, listen, you're great, you're phenomenal, but Racer X is just fucking overload of fucking notes. I'm for the song. That's why I don't like instrumental guitar players. Like Andy Wood solo shit sounds like shit to me. Joe Satriani is a talented guitar player. He really is. But it's not for me. The Steve Vai solo stuff, not for me. I rather hear Steve Vai with David Lee Roth. I'm talking about. It's got more form to it. It's got more. It's a cool. It's got parts going on. It's got memorable vocals. I like that. That's why I like country songs, pop songs. If I want to hear incredible guitar playing, I'll go listen to jazz guys. I'll go listen to guys like my buddy Marshall Harrison. Phenomenal jazz guy. He's phenomenal, period. I mean, Alex Hutchings, Rick Graham. You go listen to those guys for like that kind of stuff. And they're 10 times better the guitar player than a Steve Vai or whatever. But I rather hear a song. I rather hear AC/DC. You know what I mean? Yeah, Satch made some good songs. I'm not trying to take it away from him. But, Satch Boogie was great. Rubina was good. Not of This Earth was good. After that, Surfing with the Ailing, maybe. After that, I don't know much. But what would I rather listen to? Badlands with Ray Gillen. Winter's Call. Holy fuck. Tell me that's not better than anything Steve Vai or Satriani ever did. That's talented songwriting right there. Same thing with Savatage. Look at Savatage and how much they did as a musical group inside, how intricate. You can get as technical as you want. Like, Savatage was a lot of feel. Where Dream Theater lost some of the feel and was more on the technical. But Chris and them were just as technical, but with a lot more feel. There's all kinds of bands for everybody. But, like, for me, Savatage kicked the shit out of Dream Theater. That's my opinion. Is it a biased opinion? Probably, because I grew up with Chris. Frampton Live, great fucking album. What an album that was. Frank Marino, April Wine. Those are great songs. Even some of the crappier Benatar, Love is a Battlefield. How can you not forget Love is a Battlefield with that melody? And we are gone. It's stupid shit. Hit me with your best shot. Hell is for Children. I mean, how can you forget the song? Even Rick Springfield. She looked at me with those eyes. Yeah, Scott Henderson was great. He was at GIT when I was there. Billy Idol. Another great one with Steve Stevens. Eyes Without a Face. Rebel Yell. Just fucking emotional charged rock and roll with great riffs and great music and great lyrics. How can you beat that? You know what I mean? Yeah, Vai did Crossroads. Yeah, Billy Duffy is he's a Gretsch player. That's what I was saying. I got that Gretsch in the back. I got it for like, what did I pay for that? $225, and I put a DiMarzio in it. It plays like a Les Paul. Chinese. Promises in the Dark. Oh my God. Same thing with Billy Squire. In the Dark, Stroke Me. Oh my God. My Kind of Lover. Great fucking written songs, and the labels destroyed them. Great blues rock guitar player. Dancing with Myself, White Wedding. Oh my God. You can't beat that stuff, bro. The Thompson Twins, the Eurythmics, Halen, all that 80s stuff. So much melody across the board. The Kinks, the Clash. I mean, the Sex Pistols, the Ramones, all the way to Pat Benatar and the Cult, to so many across the board, incredibly gifted players and great writers of music. That's what was amazing about the early 80s. From the early 80s on, you had all that stuff coming out. That was just sick. Roxette, yeah. Another great band. Neil Giraldo, yeah, another great underrated player. Man, there were so many great Pat Benatar songs. Yeah, that. It's unbelievable. You know, Steve Stevens too. What, nobody talks about him. Steve Stevens and the Atomic Playboys. Are you kidding me? That album crushed. And then you had him with Billy Idol all those years, writing all that great music. Playing with Myself. Santana. Oh yeah, especially with Neil Schon and Santana. The old stuff. Yeah. Witchy, what was that song? Witchy Woman? Black Magic Woman? Whatever, something like that. Thunder? Trapeze? Trap Axe? Oh, what was the other band too? Mad Axe? There was so many. What was that black guitar player? Cray. Robert Cray. Nobody talks about Robert Cray. Everyone talks about Eric Gales. Fucking Robert Cray smoked him. And I'm not trying to compare him, but they forget, as good as Eric Gales is, guys like Robert Cray and B.B. King paved the road for these guys. But no one talks about Robert Cray. Man, Stevie Salas. You guys probably never heard of Stevie Salas. That guy's played with everybody under the fucking cover, and no one even knows who he is. Yeah, Steve Stevens was on Vince Neil's album. As exactly. Yeah, Randy Rhoads. Randy was one of my favorite. Autograph was great too. Turn it up. I don't remember. Stanley Jordan, another guy. All the finger stuff. These are great players, man, that no one wants to talk. And that's why I say Rick Beato's a fraud. Why wouldn't you have... there are so many incredible guitar players that Rick doesn't even know or talk about. He like knows the mainstream guys. It's like, where were you, bro? Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins to what's his name from Weezer and the Pixies to, there were so many shredders playing different kinds of music as well too. You know what I mean? Scott Henderson's underrated too. But I just don't understand why people talk about the same fucking thing over and over. It's like, once they're on Rick, it's kind of like, like you have that little Nashville circle too. You had the Brett Papa and you got the Toms and all these guys, and Guthrie Trapp and all these guys, and they go from one show to another, and then on Tim Pierce's show from Rick's show, and then this. I was like, bro, really? It's like a fucking scripted. It's like I'm watching like fucking Groundhog Day on YouTube. It's like, dude, can you talk about some other fucking great Michael Romero from Symphony X? Jesus. What about Blando? Jeff Blando from fucking Slaughter. What a fucking great guitar player, singer he is. Where's George Lynch on the Rick Beato show? Come on, man. It's like, Rick, you're fucking fraud, bro. Yeah, Eric Gales is amazing. But where's Gilby Clark Jr.? You know what I'm saying? Where's Jr.? Yeah, there's a lot of great guitar players that no one talks about, you know? And then, like, no one talks about the writing. Like I was saying earlier, Janie Lane from Warrant was writing for pop artists and country artists. He was an incredible songwriter. Nikki Sixx does the same thing. He writes for pop and country artists as well. In between your albums and the tours, you're going to make a lot of money. Oh, Rick Lane? Yeah. Oh, you saw Saturday with Stevie? Yeah, Lucas is great too. That's the other thing. Like, when you have Steve Lukather on your fucking channel and you're Rick Beato, how come you don't talk about the Tubes? Because you don't know what the fuck Steve did. The Tubes was an incredible band. She's a beauty? Get the fuck out of here. Great songwriting. Yeah, Steve is no slouch. Yeah, Harry Cody too from Shotgun. But like, there's a lot of licks in, there's that. He does like the sixth thing. Steve does stuff like that, but it's so fucking. Oh, Dan Wexler. Fuck yeah, icon. I know all those guys. I grew up with them out in LA. Yeah, the King Cobras. Dan Wexler was a fucking great guitar player songwriter. Another one. Shotgun Messiah, Heartbreak Boulevard. What a crazy fucking cool album that was. Oh yeah. Oh, you just said it too, Dan. Well, yeah, yeah. Those guys are great. Some of the best guitar players in the world. Mark Ferrari from Keel. That played with Cold Sweat. Now he's writing huge movie scores. No one talks about him. Mark Ferrari, how talented that fucking guy is. A tree fell on your house? You gotta go? Alright, counter. Count. I can't see. Count. Flitter? I'll just call you the Count. I think it was Rhett with a fucking chainsaw. You better fucking sue him. I hope everything's alright though. Jeff Beck. I took this idea from Jeff Beck because I didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Johnny and Edgar Winter. Frankenstein. What great stuff. Oh, it's the win. I hope there's no damage, bro. Good luck with that. Steven Salas owns a club in SoCal? Really? I didn't know that. Even Dave. Dave is a great guitar player, songwriter. Yeah. I can't take nothing away from Dave. Oh, P from Harem Scarum? Oh, yeah, another underrated player. Like, where's Beato on Frank Marino? Where's Beato on the guitar players from, like Buck Dharma from Blue Oyster Cult? Where the fuck are all these great guitar players? He don't know shit. State Farm paid me $500 to remove a tree from my car. I went and bought a chainsaw and had my son help me. I thought you were going to go into that commercial thing. Is he wearing khaki shorts? Yeah, I hope no one got hurt. I'll tell you, I was up in me and my dad were playing golf many years ago up in Paris, Tennessee when I had that property. And we were on a course. I forgot what the course's name was, but there was nobody on it. No one. And I remember we were standing on a tee box trying to figure out how to work the ball, and a tree fell in the woods. Hey, what's up, RF? You remember that old saying, like, does a bear shit in the woods, or what happens when a tree falls and no one's around? I can tell you it's scary as fuck. Because then you start to realize, fuck, that tree just fell on its own for no fucking reason. What if I happen to be pissing under it? Weird shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. All those guys. Dave Murray from Iron Maiden. John Norum, another one. I loved when he played from, what was it, Out of the Ashes on the Dokken album. What a great album with that kid, Billy. That guy, Billy, was fucking tearing it up. Whatever happened to that guy? Terry Cathy. Yeah, he was with Chicago. That was fucked up, too. Oh, you were under it? Holy shit, bro. Yeah. That's crazy, man. Yeah, bang your head. I don't know why that just came in. Gary Moore. Gary Moore was another phenomenal guy. He influenced many, like Vivian Campbell, like all those. Gary Moore was another fucking crazy great guitar player. Yeah, I'm glad you and your guitars are all right, man. That's fucking crazy, bro. Yeah, I used to play a lot of his. I don't remember. Oh, you can make. Did it get hit by lightning? Count, dude. If it get hit by lightning, you should fucking take that tree and have a guitar made out of it for sure. They say they have kind of crazy properties once they're hit. Yeah, cold hearted. I don't remember how to play that. I don't remember how to play that. Give me some guitar. Man, that was... What a great song. Cold Hearted. Yeah, Jakey Lee's another great guitar player, man. Was it? I'm glad you didn't get hurt, bro. There's so many fucking great. Rory Gallagher. He was another one that I used to watch. Rowan Robertson was great too. Craig Goldie. So Greg Goldie was one of my heroes too. He played with Jafria and Dio, and I got to meet him a bunch of times. He's actually come on the channel and comment. What a fucking great guy. Unbelievably nice guy. Humble. Fucking can shred. I've had a couple of guys like Marshall Harrison I looked up to. Incredible guitar player. And he just called me the Tone Master. He can outplay me by easily. He's a great guitar player. You have guys like that come on here, or Alex Hutchins and the Greg Goldies and stuff like that. It's unbelievable. Because some of them are guys that you looked up to, they were idols of mine. You know, even Chris Olivia, growing up with him and then being friends with him, and it's insane. Yeah, Brad Gillis is great too. I forgot. Pat Thrall. I loved all those guys, man. They were all huge influences. Even Ted Nugent was a big influence on me. Yeah, there you go. Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes. Journey to the Center of the Earth. Remember that? I forgot to play that. Yeah, Pat Travers, Wango Tango. Jeff Watson, yeah, another great one. Frank Marino, yeah. There's so many great guitar players. That's what I mean. Where's Brad Gillis? Where's Frank Marino? Where are all these fucking guys? Like, where are they on Rick Beato? Where are they on the Red Shoals? Where are they on the Tim Pierce show? Godzilla, Buck Dharma. It's like even Dave Spitz, right? Dave Spitz was the one that got Ray Gillen in the Sabbath. He's done albums with Sabbath. He's done albums with Great White, White Lion, Arcadia. Like, where is he on the show? Oh yeah, the Allman Brothers. Yeah, and then you had like my buddy Russ Maxwell play with Molly Hatchet for 16 years. That he was rated as one of the best versions in songwriting of Molly Hatchet at that time. It's like, and Shannon was on drums. Like these are all Florida guys. Like where's the accolades for all these guys? H took the vax. Your stepdad died. He was one. Oh, what, the shot? Vito Bratta, another guy. Yeah. Nick Drake. Who's Nick Drake? You named someone I don't remember. You're a Florida boy? Yeah. Florida's great. Little Wayne, yeah, don't. Psycho City, yeah. So I play with Dave. He's in my band, War Pigs. We go out on the road next year. I told him we'll have to push it off till next year just to make sure my wife's okay. Rory Gallagher, yeah. Then you had like all those guys coming out of, you know, even Devo's guitar player and the guitar player from Men at Work and Mr. Mister. There's so many great guitar players, even on the other side of the metal and rock. Yeah, this is a USA Fender Prodigy. It's called a Prodigy. I don't know if you could see that. Made in the USA. You can get these for like $800. Todd Rundgren, another one. There's so many. The Roy Clarks, Glenn Campbell's. And then you look at Elvis's band with Scotty Moore. So for you guys, like, beware, if you don't know, type in Jitboy1, Dave Spitch. I do, like, I don't know, was it like a 2-hour thing, him hanging out at my house. We were drinking and just having fun, and then we went to dinner. But you can, so if you want to see Dave Spitz, just type it in. He's on my channel. He's been on here. I got to get Patrick on here. I'm going to call him and Robert next week. Yeah, we're going to call it War Pigs. I'm going to see if, because he had a version of War Pigs before. I wouldn't mind calling it like, I don't know. Because we do Ozzy versions and Dio versions, and then we do their solo stuff. Matt O'Neill? No, I don't. Matt O'Neill. Oh, Yuli Roth from the Scorpions, yeah. We were just talking about him, Scott, on Joe's channel. Yuli Roth. Yeah, even Matthias. I got one of Matthias's actual guitars. It's in my storage. I showed it on the channel before. Yeah, Vince Gill. The UMC? Oh, yeah. David Gilmour was one of my favorite guitar players, too. There are two guys that I listen to for bending. One with, and it's going to sound weird, Alex Lifeson and David Gilmour. To me, they were the best benders of a guitar. They kind of had that Beckish thing going when they would bend. Yeah. So that... And he had that... He didn't have a fast vibrato, which I loved. I love Gilmour. And then you had, like, Alex Lifeson. Those were two of my favorite guys for bending, and then like the trick bends, like the back. Yeah, I loved Gilmore's sound and stuff. I got a patch, a Gilmore patch. Let me see, is it down? Is this it? I don't remember now. I think it's up. I can never find it, right? Is that one? Yeah. Is that There it is. I had my volume rolled off. Ooh, that's redding out. Man, that's loud, ain't it? Sorry, I killed your ears, didn't I? There we go. It's great tone, right? It's a stock patch in the Kemper. That's fucking crazy. Oh, you got one of those rigs off Headrush? Nice. Ace Frehley, yeah. He's one of the main reasons I play guitar. Calling Dr. Love. I loved all that Kiss stuff, man. Now that's one of my songs. I originally did it on acoustic, but I think I might re-record it now. I don't know. I think there's a couple phasers on here. I can look. So all these blue dots, that's a vintage chorus. That's a vibrato. That's a rotary speaker. And that's a phaser. So there's a rotary speaker, vintage chorus, phaser, and a vibrato to get that sound. If you guys want me to do a patch thing on that with the Kemper, I can go through all that for you guys and show you everything that's on there. Yeah, I'm going to have to go soon too. I just got a cramp in my leg. I should stand up. Not good, not good. Turning around like that. Oh. Feels good to stretch. Wait, it's got mojo. Did you hear it almost played itself? That's some Pink Floyd right there, right? Look, I can play with it with one finger. But yeah. So if you want me to do a patch on that, to show you on the Kemper everything. But I didn't even realize it's 11:30 already. Wow. The Ace licks, yeah. I hear my kid still up. All right, everybody, let me take off and put the kid to bed. He likes staying up. If you guys, I'll do notifications. Like I'll try to do a notification whenever I come on here. Sometimes I'll come on during the day to get some of the other people on the other side of the world. Usually every Sunday and Tuesday is 8 p.m. Eastern. Just so you guys know. Oh, you can hear the roto now? Yeah. Yeah, it's 11:34. Crazy, right? Oh yeah, he almost replaced Ace. He actually is on 3 or 4 solos on Creature of the Night, which fucking blew my mind. That guy's an animal too. Steve Ferris, unbelievable guitar player. All right, everybody. Thank you for everybody. It's always my pleasure to come on here and talk to you guys. It's an honor for me because you guys know what the truth is and you guys aren't stupid. You're one of the smartest guitar communities out there. You and Joe Wentz's projects, guys, and everything. You guys, it's always been a pleasure. And, we got Sasquatch in here now and Tennis Nuts and Jerry. I wonder if Jerry's asleep. Thank you. I try to be. So thank you very much for everything. I'll try to do a notification during the day or whatever if I come on. If I get bored, usually I come on. So peace out. Thank you, everybody. Keep up the great work. And don't let people tell you what to do. You do you, man. Peace. Oh, I don't want to add stream. What am I doing? Can I add a second stream? Scene? What is it? What are they saying?